remember that conversation we had about personal space? I'd like to have a little bit more.
So now I've gotten my 8,000 steps in before 1 o'clock.
Carter, go grab that baby deer that just ran in front of you. Apparently Carter is chasing baby deers rather than chasing the combine, and here I am full. Well, that's a young one there.
Stayed on there and then I just walked up there and grabbed it.
Did you run over a skunk? Because it smells god-awful.
Carter, I found the skunk. It's right here on the very front part of my cutter bar. You want to go get off and grab it for me?
It's moving. It's moving. I will bring a pole to you. Just give me a second. Nobody touch it.
Well, I swear this planter don't like Matt. Every time I get into a field where he's in it, she acts like she don't like him. I was doing just fine till I got in this. So, low unit 13, which is that one on the end over there. I've already taken apart. Everything's blinking, so I don't know what's going on. Hey, so I hit it, and you go down and it says open circuit. Reset everything, so now the captain has to come over and figure out why it says that, because I don't have a clue. I've done everything that I've been taught to do, so I'm just waiting on him to, I guess, come over and look at it. I really don't know. That's the first for me. I mean, 9 out of 10 times it's, you know, reset modules, zero everything out, and thing goes okay, but all of a sudden I come over to this field, unfolded, and it did that. So I have a feeling the planter does not like Matt. Other than that, she's been doing great for me all day long. Like, I've been going along for 4 hours, just smooth sailing, so. Well, looky here, looky here. Haha, not today, planter. It was the wiring harness for unit 13. Unlucky number 13. Went back to the shop and we replaced it and it fixed it. So I'm sure that is an expensive fix. I'm glad that Matt had an extra one. So now I can attempt to get caught up. I still have 17 to do here and like 25 over there, so it's 7 o'clock. Might be working till 11:30 again. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But I'd rather work at night anyways. It's a lot cooler at night. I know these fields, so I wouldn't have to run this AC on blast. But they are done and they're moving to the next field.
All right, we just finished up over here. Gonna head on over to the Fisher farm. Zach had to cut for me for the last hour. Better put my seatbelt on. Kelly had a problem with a planter. Ultimately, it turned out to be, surprise, surprise, a wiring harness problem. Luckily, I had another spare harness on hand and got her back up and going. Of course, if you watched my video a few videos ago, my review of the precision planting system, breaking a wiring harness should be no surprise to you. One of my big gripes with precision planting. We still got a little bit of daylight left. We're going to try and get over here to this next farm and get it opened up where we get everything parked over there and be ready for a good hard day tomorrow. Tomorrow we should get done in Crockett County, get moved up to Madison County with any luck. Carter, you got your seatbelt on?
Yes.
Good boy.
Careful driving over there, Carter. These slowpokes in front of me.
Oh no, I know you ain't talking trash, boy. I didn't leave me much of a spot to hook up a header, did I? Boy, my glass done got dirty as the glare of the sun. I can't hardly see down on there. Tell if I'm lined up or not. Honestly, I can't tell. I don't think I'm all the way on there. I'm gonna try and ease it off.
Alrighty, it is now 8 o'clock and it's time for me to fill up. So I'm gonna take all the lids off and then just kind of go around, fill all 23 up. Everybody else is at the other field, so one woman show. It's not that hard. It's just time consuming is when you have somebody else, you know, you can have somebody swinging the arm, but they're all busy and I'm behind since I broke down. So I'm gonna get this done, and then my goal is to get the last 15, 20 acres done on this, and then there's 17 over there. So just depends on how far I can get. So it has cooled off so much, but there's no wind. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get this done, and then we'll see how far I can get tonight. Just like that, 20 minutes later, everything is filled up, ready to go. That's my ride home. And if you're not filthy, disgusting, dirty by the end of the day, are you actually farming? As long as I can't smell myself, right? Welcome to wheat harvest in June.
How much fuel did you say you just put in there, Carter?
I don't know, like $400 worth?
More like $650 worth.
Didn't even fill it in.
Yeah, Carter's gonna go home. I'm gonna go visit the planter and get its service ready for tomorrow. Kelly is still over there running, see what kind of progress she's made. Yeah, she's still rolling on along strong. I don't know how much more she likes over here on this farm. We're gonna get her service though. I got her serviced and back up and going. She's going to try and finish this field tonight. Oh, probably got about 6-7 acres left in here. Well, Zach's out spraying. Kelly's already gone to the planter. We've parked the seed tender over here on the next part of the field that we're going to. And now we got to hoof it down here and hang a ride in the combines over here. Getting our physical exercise in, Carter. I bet you wish you hadn't packed so many snacks in that lunchbox now, huh?
Oh, it's hot.
There's a chipmunk on top of my roof there. Ah, what we got there?
Oh! I did it.
Carter had to grab a limb that my grain bin, auger, caulk. There are some things the kids are good for.
Almost busted my butt, but yeah. Get back in this tractor. Air conditioning. Can we eat lunch now?
Yeah, we'll eat lunch and then go across the road.
How are we getting over there? Alright, so whenever
we gotta go back out to the road and go around the same way we walked up. Alright, just got done on this side of the ditch. Gotta go down the road to get across that ditch right there and get to the rest of it. Here's our entrance to this field that we're leaving. We're pulling onto a very narrow road, and we got a property right across the street. You know, we got a 38-foot trailer here, and trying to turn onto this road, it's narrow. So Zach's front tire got over into the grass just right on the other side of the road and scrubbed it a little bit. And this butthole that lives over here stopped over here screaming and yelling and waving his hands at Zach because we messed up a little bit of his grass. I hate to tell him that he does not even own that part. The county right of way goes onto the other side of that ditch. You know, this is all part of the road system. This is not the first time we've had a run-in with this dude.
You guys moved yet?
Making tire tracks.
Yeah, going down the street. I'm still unloading.
This is not the first time we've had...
The airline bust.
Dang it. This is not the first time that we've had a run-in with him. It's happened several times before. But luckily that guy is selling his property, and in my opinion, he can't get out of Crockett County quick enough. So I'm gonna get over here and I'll just leave him a few tracks to remember by with my combine. I just checked the weather forecast on my phone, and it's gonna be a great week to harvesting weather. Not going to be great corn growing weather. For the next 14 days there is almost 0% chance of rain in the forecast, and with the exception of a 2-day reprieve, talking about high temperatures 97 to 99 degrees. It's going to be pretty good for the cotton. Cotton's going to fare real well during that stretch, I imagine. Soybeans could do pretty well during that stretch, but corn not going to do well during that stretch. Within this 2 weeks, that corn is going to probably start tasseling and trying to pollinate, and dry weather and especially hot temperatures can really play havoc with pollination. And if it don't pollinate, you don't make any grain. But I think with that forecast, everything we've been implementing as far as soil health for the last 7-8 years, we're going to have an idea of how well it's going to pay off, seeing just how much stress our corn comes under. So I got a lot of my corn on kind of some more marginal hill ground, and I don't have a lot of corn on my best ground this year, so we're gonna find out if all these cover crops and manure that we put down, if it's gonna help, you know, mitigate a really hot, dry spell like this. Because we haven't had, to the best of my knowledge, we haven't had a spell that's been that dry and that hot in quite a few years. Maybe with any luck we won't have to test and see how good our soils have become. I'd much prefer to just get a nice thunderstorm later on this week that drops an inch or two of rain. I imagine over the next few weeks, anybody that's got a center pivot is going to be running it wide open, especially if it's got corn under that center pivot. But unfortunately, we depend on Mother Nature for our irrigation. We don't have the means to irrigate our crops by any other manner. So our hopes for a very profitable year could come to a halt in the next 2 weeks with really no chance to get it back. Because once you've lost yield, there ain't no getting it back. The plants are just not going to sit there and wait. They're still going to try and develop, and what they're going to put on is what they're going to put on. And once you lose that yield potential, there ain't no getting it back. I'm definitely not in full-blown panic mode yet, but I will say that my level of concern is rising just a little. Hopefully the weatherman's wrong though.
So the last couple of days I've just had problems because things are breaking. The ground is so freaking hard from these astronomically high temperatures. On top of the fact that this farm is probably one of the worst farms we have for washouts and armadillo holes. I have found every single armadillo hole, and I swear to all that is holy, we gotta disc this freaking place up. I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore. And I'm wearing my seatbelt so I don't get thrown around.
Everything we cut on that side of the creek was really pretty crappy. It only averaged around 74 bushels an acre. Then we got over here, this nice big bottom, which would be great for corn or cotton. You wouldn't think it'd be near as good for wheat because of water drainage issues. But it's doing pretty dadgum good once we got away from the edge and getting to where it's well drained. It's making some heck of a wheat down here. Again, I just haven't figured this year's wheat crop out, why it's doing what it's doing. Some places are fantastic and some are pretty bad. I don't know. Everything working all right on it now?
They look good to me.
All right, hop on this grain buggy for a little bit. Carter went back to the shop to fill the service truck up with diesel. All right, we just had to make a pit stop. One of the depth control handles, it's got a little spindle on it anyway. It broke off and was throwing a fault on the Delta Force because he was trying to put, because there was no depth control on that unit. He was trying to put seed like 12 inches in the ground. So we thought another load cell had gone bad, but the load cell was fine. It was the depth control that it broke on it. So luckily we had spare parts at the shop, got that fixed, and then my oil reservoir for my header runs along that big square tube on the top. That's the oil reservoir. It was low, and anytime I got on a hillside, all the oil, what was left in there, would flow to one side and it started sucking air on the hydraulic pump. So we had to fill it up. We actually overfilled it because my sight glasses are so cloudy, you can't hardly see in there down there. But anyway, we'll be good to go the rest of the afternoon, hopefully. Get this farm wrapped up and move on up into Madison County, see what that wheat looks like up there.
Hey, we finna get a good GoPro shot for my dad. I told him to come back over this way. Dad, I said come back over this way.
What?
Come back this way so I can get a good shot. I'm gonna get you going by. Oh boy, I'm not trying to get dusted. I'm not getting dusted today. I'm not getting dusted. Gotta turn it into third gear. I'm trying to get dusted. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to race the combine. Samuel's up in the combine with Dad. We have 26,000 on us. We're gonna be running 12. That should beat him. Oh, he's already on the move. Oh God, he's getting the first lead, of course. Of course. Cheater! Cheater. He's gonna have to force me to go down. I'm not doing that. He's gonna force me to go down. Alright, go. Do I need to cut? Oh, okay. I got 20. Oh, there's some ruts here. 26,000. Oh boy, I'm kicking in the RPMs. I'm kicking over here. Oh, okay. Mom already planted it. We'll be fine. Haha. Waxed them. But yeah, that's what it's like to drive a New Holland, y'all. That's why we buy them. Because they are fast and quick, and they are the best tractor, literally. Oh, Mom's filling up over there. Let's see where everybody else is.
Alright, we just got done on the last farm there in Crockett County. Got moved up here to Madison County, and I was a little disappointed that last farm. It had some really great spots in it, but it had its fair share of disappointing spots in it too. But anyway, it wound up yielding about 4 or 5 bushels less than the other farms we'd already cut. A little disappointed, but now we've moved up here to Madison County, changed varieties, and we'll see if what I saw in the other varieties, it was strictly a variety thing, or if it's just the type of year we had kind of thing. Hopefully yields on this variety pick up. But this variety is 26R59. It's a non-bearded variety as opposed to the other one, which is a bearded variety. So just looking at it, it'll never look like it's as thick or as good, just because it doesn't have the beards on all the wheat. So I found on this variety, it looks to definitely be deceiving. But we got a couple more just the inrows to figure out what it's going to do. Well, about ready to call it a wrap on another day. You can see all that dust just hanging out down here kind of low. Straw starting to lay up on top of you know, the stainless straw. It's starting to get a little damp out here. The sun is just gone back behind the trees, and with the kind of humidity we got out here and no wind blowing, it's gonna get wet in a hurry. And when it starts getting wet, cutter bar don't want to cut it good, and it starts running a bunch of wheat out the back. So I reckon when we get up here to this other end, we're gonna shut her down for the day, get her blown off, greased, and ready for another long day in the wheat field tomorrow. Yields have definitely not picked up over here like I was hoping. Just like with the other variety back home, there's some really good areas out here, and there's some really bad areas out here. It looks like it wasn't a variety problem. It was looking like it's just the type of year it was kind of problem. But oh well, when wheat's as high as it is, I definitely can't complain. Still got a chance making a pretty decent profit on wheat, which is good, even with the high fertilizer prices. And you know what they say, you can't go broke if you're making a profit. But anyway, y'all go ahead and get you a glass of ice water, because when I bring you back tomorrow, it's going to be another hot one.
I'm having to do a lot of backing up and turning around in these smaller fields. You get a crick in your neck, I swear. The boys are about 4 miles down the road. I'm gonna hopefully get caught up in about 30 minutes or so, and I'll be headed that way. I gotta snag some fuel out of the service truck if there's some left, because I've got less than a half a tank. This thing is just sucking fuel like nobody's business. And I don't know why. Oh, I love pole dancing. Around the pole we go, baby. Power poles. Get your minds out the gutter. You gotta love power pole dancing. It's not a fun sport. Do not recommend it. Especially this farm, the power lines are so freaking low. Shut up! I'm just gonna plant with markers. I'm so sick and tired of the beeping. Matt can't hear because he's deaf, but I can hear it all day long. I have to play my music so loud I don't want to hear it. You gotta love it. Pole dancing, or as I like to call it, pole planting. Some days I literally have to do this because all I do is get jerked around. Farming is fun. Honestly, I think that's all I got right now because my brain is kind of fried. I have not slept well in a week, and we've been doing 14, 16-hour days. So maybe I'll have something better to say later on today and I won't have any more problems, but for now things are working.
I just got back from getting Miss Kelly another load of seed there. Combine got serviced and ready to go last night. Ready to put a lot more bushels through it today. Hello?